Hola chicos de Chequeo Bar, estamos aquí otra vez más encontrándonos con Joao Víctor Scottini, que es un invitado brasileño por la que va a ser la previa, para lo que va a ser la previa del Perú-Brasil, que se van a enfrentar el día de mañana por las clasificatorias en la ciudad de Lima, Perú. Joao Víctor Scottini, bienvenido.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joao. I'm a Brazilian living in America, and we're going to talk about something about like the Peru and Brazil game tomorrow. They're expecting a lot of goals and a lot of surprise during the game.
A lot of goals for Peru. Let's see. All right, so Joao Víctor Scottini, torcida do Flamengo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw the pictures over there. The most popular team around the world. That's great. So let's focus on the game that is tomorrow, the last game of the second date of these qualifiers, South American. There's gonna be Peru-Brazil in Lima, Peru.
Yeah.
What is your score for tomorrow night?
0-2 Brazil, I guess.
Right.
Brazil is gonna be controlling the game probably. The last game against Bolivia, they had more than 80% of the possession of the ball. So probably Peru is going to be like defensive and trying to explore the counterattack, and Brazil will try to control the game. And the attack of Brazil with the possessions is a threat because they have like a lot of skills, a lot of improvisation.
Mm-hmm.
So this new coach, Fernando Diniz, is trying to explore the best of Brazil, and he was one of the best in Brazil today for this position. So I believe that Brazil will win, but it's gonna be tough. Like Peru can really try to be an aggressive team and defending and explore counterattack.
Yeah, talking about Fernando Diniz, he's still managing Fluminense, right?
Yes, he's a promise coach. He's the new generation of coach. He explored the possession of the ball, the trying to work with the goalkeepers and the line defensives, and try to explore the little pass until open space and explore the attack. Fluminense is in the semifinals of Libertadores, so he has doing a great job in Fluminense with not expensive players. So he has this kind of managing poor clubs, not rich clubs.
Yeah.
And trying
having a better team than names. Yeah.
Exactly. And try to work in the psychology with the athletes. So giving confidence, self-confidence to do their job, to do their skills and to perform the better, and not worry about mistakes or afraid to a bad pass or bad decision, because that makes part of the game. So
yeah. Do you remember last game, Peru-Brazil in Lima? That was the score 4-2 for Brazil.
I really don't remember that game,
right.
But probably was Tite, the coach, right?
Yeah, it was the last qualifier. It was 3 years ago. I think Peru was beaten by Brazil 4-2. And we were really mad about the referee, Julio Bascuñán, that he gave for free, according to us, one penalty for Neymar, and the game was all about Brazil. That game, we were pissed. Was the second date of the games as disqualifier, because we tie in Paraguay, then we lost against Brazil. I don't remember which one was the third game, but we were really mad about the referees. So I get it, you don't remember that, but Brazil won this game for 2 goals, but Peru scored the first one. Then Brazil scored the second one with this penalty that I'm telling you. Then Peru scored the other one, so it was 2-1, and the first half ended 2-1 for Peru. And at that point, we were saying, all right, it's a good game. The difference, let's take Argentina out of this operation. I think that in South America, after Brazil and Argentina and Colombia, Peru could be one of the best teams with the ball in their feet. The Joga Bonito is Brazilian, of course.
Yeah.
But with the Peruvian, I don't know what you think, are we able to beat Brazil, probably not in the score, but in the possession, thinking about that we're playing in our house, thinking that all the people is gonna be with us, the stadium is gonna be full. There's no more tickets on sale right now. What do you think about it? Because you were saying Bolivia, with Bolivia, you had more than the 60, 70 possession of the ball the whole game.
80.
80, imagine. But Peru is not Bolivia.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
so what do you think about
Uh,
the way that we play the ball?
for Brazil, it's like a new job. As I said, it's just the Diniz, the coach, was just like one game, so this will be the second game. So of course, Peru can uh, uh, como can like improve this
Uh-huh.
game against Brazil because of that, because has more time of work. So
Gotcha.
like the first 15 minutes maybe could be like a pressure for Peru and maybe score a goal and like the game could change. But I guess that Brazil won the ball. They want like the Diniz won the ball. It's like not a Pepe Guardiola, but Brazil will make like the these debates to take the ball and try to control the game. I guess the factor of like there are a lot of fans there and the pressure of the stadium can be like a good favor for Peru, and but will depend of the situation of the game. I not seeing Brazil defending and trying to explore counterattacks because Diniz didn't play
They don't play like that. Yeah.
exactly in clubs and now in selection. Brazil has like two wing two wings like Rafinha and Neymar is playing like more like a center and Richarlison as nine. So it's like a flexible attack. So they can like change all the time the positions. So maybe this can like not giving the ball for Peru, but even if they give the ball, could be dangerous for Peru, like
Hmm.
for the space in the defense.
For the spaces, yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's that. Well, I have a question that I'll ask you later about Diniz and Angelotti that is coming in
Next year.
2024 next year.
No.
I'll ask you that
He's
later.
not sure. He's not
Is
sure
that
yet.
sure yet?
No.
Because I was reading in this sports that is DirecTV Sport, they assure that the Angelotti is coming to Brazil.
Yeah,
But
it
Real
said.
Madrid didn't post anything. They are not looking for other coaches. That is weird. So I get it when you say that it's not confirmed yet.
Yeah, it's not confirmed yet because they are. Is a wish.
Uh-huh.
The CBF, the Confederation of Brazilian Football, they had like this dream to a big coach for the next World Cup, but Ancelotti will just like leave Real Madrid in the next season, so they like put Diniz to 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 stay until this date, but they don't have like nothing assigned. They don't have like Lancelot's word. So maybe it's like something just to not take away the pressure because there's a Brazilian pressure right now about the selection because in the last three World Cups we're not performing very well. So it's a lot of doubt in their jobs and like they have to win. So they have to show why Brazil is like the five world champion, why Brazil is Brazil. So
Yeah.
bringing Lancelot, they have like this dream that Lancelot can manage the players and try to achieve like best results in the next few competitions. Like the last Cup America, we lost for Argentina in Brazil. So they want this, but it's not sure because Ancelotti is a big coach and I don't see like a big reason for his coming to coach Brazil. He's coaching Real Madrid. I think like the selections is not like the big focus of the
Mhm.
people who see football like today. It's like more Champions League, it's more like the Premier
Class.
League. Like the elites of the sports today are in Europe, and the selections is just like the second talent. So I really don't see. Uh, Ancelotti coming next year, but if he's coming, it's going to be like a good reason for Brazil. But I trust in Denise. I trust in Denise. My, for me, the best coach in Brazil today is Abel Ferreira. He's coaching Palmeiras.
Almeidas, yeah, he has
But
like what 3 years. I remember that he faced. I'm from Universitario in Peru, not Alianza
yeah,
Lima, the other guys, and they play like 2 years ago, 2020, and he was still the coach,
the
and
coach
then
of Palmeiras.
they won twice the Copa Libertadores, I think.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah,
in the
he's really good,
semifinal again.
and he's young. He's very young. How old is he? He's
Yeah,
less than 50.
like 40 something.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but he's for Portugal. So
Oh,
like his type of work is like very is like a Jose Mourinho work. So he's like a very honest guy. He's like he he likes the things like for this way. And I don't see like the CBF like agreeing with that. So CBF is like more political.
hmm,
So I think that's why he's not like in the command of the selection Brazil today.
hmm.
So Denise is make like just the easiest name for putting this position. And the another coach here, the options is like more like Felipão, Mano Menezes. It's like the old guard. So I don't think that they want that. So that's why they choose like Ancelotti.
Hmm.
But it's not sure. It's not sure.
Let's see next year. I want to talk about this is very funny for us, for the Peruvian guys. We posted a video yesterday night because Brazil is training in Alianza Lima Stadium, you know,
Hmm.
and in Peru we have this maldición about every single team that goes to Peru and trains in this stadium, or if there's any player or any artist or any famous people that wears the Alianza Lima jersey, there's something bad that happens to them after the picture. So we call it la maldición. That in Brazil, in Portuguese, is
Okay.
the same, la maldición. So
Maldição, yeah.
that happened with many teams, many national teams. Happened with Colombia. I'm pretty sure they trained last for Russia 2018. They tied. They couldn't win, and many times that this happened. So this is funny. I'm not saying that Brazil is gonna lose because of this, but if they lose, it's gonna be funny for us because of this, and it's gonna be
Because
funny, yeah, because of Neymar, because Neymar was the only one that took the jersey because the club prepared jerseys for them. So there's Alianza Lima jersey with Neymar and number 10, and it's gonna be funny. I just wanted you to know that. Let's talk about the. Let's keep talking about the coaches and the way that Diniz is playing, because Firmino is not coming back to the national team anymore. For example,
yeah,
he left to
probably.
Arabia, so I think he's all for this Brazil. But
Hmm.
for example, what about Gabriel Jesus? What do you think about these strikers that last qualifier were young, and he's still young, and he's doing pretty good in Arsenal right now? What do you think? You prefer him or you prefer Pedro, for example?
I prefer him because he played in Arsenal, of course. So he's playing like in the best league of the world. He has like uh, he's a good player. He's a tactical player. Uh, we crucified like the Brazilians crucified him a lot in uh, 2018 World Cup in Russia because he was the nine and no goals. So for Brazil, if you are a nine, you have to make goals, score goals, be the goalkeeper. And Jesus in that World Cup were more like a player team than like an individual player, like
And a
trying to make
striker, yeah.
the best decisions for him. So he was more like make a man like for him about like the defense, like he was helping the team pressure and all the stuff, but we are talking about like a nine like Ronaldo. Brazil already had that one. A nine like Adriano, that like the culture of Brazil, like big nines, big goalkeepers. Like Peru has Guerreiro, for
For
example.
example, yeah.
So it's like a reference for the team. And Brazil, like right now, there's no reference as nine. Like the last cup was Richarlison, but there's a lot of doubt about that. The last game,
The last goal he scored, sorry, was in the World Cup, and he ended crying
exactly,
last game.
exactly, he was crying about that. He knows that. He knows he's not like in the best moment in this selection, even in Tottenham. But uh, yeah, Jesus for me is like the best one, like to put right now. He's recovering, like he's backing for the injury, but he scores in the last game against United,
Yeah,
uh,
great
in
goal.
the Arsenal victory. So in the same time that we believe in Jesus like with more experience right now, in 2018 he was like just like a new player and like a young player. Now with more experience, he can like improve more and help Brazil. And but we have like Vitor Roque. I really want to see Vitor
Yeah.
Roque like playing with like the principal, because he's like more in the Olympic team, more in the uh, like sub 20, like. So we want to see him as like in the principal selection with Neymar, with these guys, because today maybe he's like the best goalkeeper in Brazil, playing in a club that's like is not a small club, but it's not like one of the biggest ones. So maybe maybe could be like the future of Brazil is passing for Vitor Roque.
Yeah, Victor Roque is really good. He played for Paranaense. He was
Yeah,
facing the Alianza Lima in Libertadores, and we had the opportunity to saw him. He's really good, and now he's going to Barcelona, but he's
to
staying like six
Barcelona.
more months in Paraná, right?
Yeah, I don't think that Barcelona is taking him right now because the contract was until the end of Libertadores,
Hmm.
but Atletico was not out for Bolivia in the 16, so maybe he can just end the Brazilian ship and go to Barcelona. So
Uh-huh. All right. Let's talk. Let's focus. Thank you for your time. Let's be quick about this. Let's focus on Neymar. That is the biggest star that you have right now, and that you have for
yeah.
the last 7 years, probably. Coutinho, I saw he left to Qatar yesterday. He's playing for Qatar.
Hmm.
He's only 31 years old, and Neymar is the same age as Coutinho, and he's playing in Al Hilal now, where Andre Carrillo used to play till 2 months ago. You saw the penalty that he shoot against Bolivia.
Yeah.
Do you think that's only lucky? I mean, he was unlucky, or is something in his mind? Because I want to relate how his level in Arabia can be affecting his level in the national team. Is that possible, do you think?
Physical, yes. Like I think the big question about Neymar today is how much you're gonna support the physical games, and like the think about like against Bolivia in Bolivia is another competition. So these games more like aggressive with more contact. We're talking a guy has going to a place that probably he will not run a lot. Like Arabia is improving his league, but it's not like the best one. So we're seeing like a lot of space. The same case than MLS with Messi. We are not seeing like the best defenders, the best tactical defenders. So there's a lot of space for their ability, and that's why they are too good. So uh, I think the factor of Neymar is physical. I'm not seeing Neymar until 2026 maintain the same level because the physical. So against, for example, the penalty, I think it's like more mental, because he always take the penalty like that, and the goalkeepers are taking more smart. Like right now, seeing that Neymar is always taking the same
Yeah.
like
He
excuse
always
for the
waits for the
penalty.
goalkeeper, yeah.
Exactly. So maybe it was just like a bad choice or a lucky maybe, but I don't think this like with the fact that he's going to Arabia, so that's why he lost the penalty. I'm saying like the factor Arabia is more physical, as I said, and his abilities nobody can talk about that. He's one of the best players in the world with the ball in his feet. He can do like things that nobody can do. He already proved that, but for sure, like for the next few years, he if he not like take care about his like physical, like taking like preparing for the games that he will face against like big clubs and big selections, because it will be tough like to play against Argentina, to play against Paraguay, to play against Uruguay. So these games could be like more aggressive and more like with more contact. And if he is not like prepare his body to do that, he can build more injuries. And Neymar is like a guy with a lot of injuries about this contact. So my biggest fear about Neymar is that like maybe a new injury is coming because he's not preparing his body to do that. So
Yeah, and the
it's
thing is
more of
that
a patient
yeah,
time for him maybe.
and the thing is not only there in South America facing Paraguay, Argentina, Peru, Uruguay that is more physical. The problem is gonna be okay. Once you qualify, now you need to face Belgium. Now you need to face Spain,
Hmm.
England, other countries with other type of games, and that is gonna be the problem once again. Hopefully not that they send Brazil home in the 60s or in the 16
Quarterfinal.
or
Yeah.
the semifinals. Who knows?
The last
And
time that Brazil took the same finals was in 2014
yeah,
in Brazil World Cup. And before that, in 2002,
Korea,
when
Japan. Yeah,
Brazil
well,
won.
they won. Yeah.
So we have a lot of World Cups like not not reaching the same finals. So for Brazil, it's like
Stuff,
a
yeah.
frustration.
Yeah. One of the last questions that I want to make you, Neymar beat Pelé as the biggest scorer in Brazil, in the Brazilian history of football. He has, we were talking about more years for playing in a good level. He's only 31, 32. He has like 3 more years, 4 more years playing in the first national team. Do you think in the near future there's going to be another player like him that scores this quantity of goals? Do you see any young player in this, for example, Victor Roque, for example?
Uh, be honest, no. Like Neymar is unique. Is not like a coincidence thing. Like thing he's passing Pelé. Probably he's like the best Brazilian after Pelé because we're like talking
Better than
about Neymar.
better than Ronaldo?
So like these guys are genius. But what Neymar is doing for all his career is something that nobody reach. Like Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, they play like in levels maybe more than Neymar sometimes, but just for a few years. Neymar is playing in Barcelona since like 2014, 15. So we're talking about a guy who's like 10 years playing in Europe elite. And before that, with just like 19 years old, 20, 21, he was doing some crazy shit like here in America, like
Yeah.
winning Libertadores, leading cups, leading Santos to play against the better teams. And he was the best player in South America at that time. He was just like 20 years old. Nobody never saw that, something like that, because these young players usually left to Europe like with 18, 19, 17. And he was with this age doing like nobody saw that. Nobody
Mhm.
saw that. And for Pelé, officially for the numbers, he has the new goal scorer right now, like with 78 or 79. But Pelé has 95 goals, almost 100 for the selection. But FIFA don't count these goals
Because of friendly.
because we're like in the past. So we have like it's he has like the new record, but at the same time he will have to break
The
another
other
one
one.
that yeah exactly
The unofficial one. Yeah.
the unofficial one exactly because in that time Brazil was doing a lot of like friendly matches with big clubs like against Inter de Milan and against Milan, and that clubs in that time were like it's tough to play. It's like the best players were that, and Pelé was playing against these teams and scoring. So we cannot like just forget about that. And Pelé is Pelé for me. He's the king of football.
Yeah. Last question. Do you prefer Allison or Ederson?
Right now, my I have I think the opportunity has to be to give to Ederson. Alisson played in the last two World Cups. Uh, they, both are like brilliant goalkeepers. They are in the best goalkeepers in Premier League today. One in Liverpool, another one in City. But for the season, the last season that Manchester City did, like winning everything, and Ederson was the goalkeeper. And the last two World Cups was Alisson, and I not seeing the same goalkeeper in the World Cup as he did in Liverpool. Like the Croatia goal, it's
Mm.
it's a tough goal, but at the same time, like yeah, he can reach that ball. So in that times we have to make a new opportunity. Maybe Ederson opportunity is right now. So yeah, I keep like Ederson, but I not like discrediting Alisson because he's a great goalkeeper too.
Yeah, Alisson is a great goalkeeper, but I like him just a bit more Ederson, but because he can give you something else with his feet. You know,
And
he,
for Diniz, the new coach, this is extremely important because Diniz is always taking like little pass from the defense into the attack. But the train yesterday, Neymar was beating with Richarlison. The first two men in defense, almost like a instead to do they are in defense doing the possession.
Mhm.
So this kind of difference and Diniz formula is good for Ederson because he can improve this.
All right. Yeah, Joe, I really appreciate your time, Joao Victor. Joao or Victor o Joao Victor?
João Victor.
Joao Victor. Perfecto, hermano. Muchas gracias.